Okay, this is going to be a fast-paced video because I want to get it all in before 17 minutes, within 17 minutes. Got the MX Sport with 10-inch, 800 with the 6-inch, the Deus with the 5x9 HF elliptical coil. Turn my MX Sport on here. I'm in coin and jewelry, 5-gain, 14 killers. That's what this machine is, right? My iron volume is, I think, 50%. So with the MX Sport, you have to swing slow, right? You have to swing really, 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 really slow. If you swing fast, like the Equinox, the Deus, you are going to miss 90% of your targets, right? The MX Sport is a relic machine, and relics, you got to swing slow, right? There's a nail right there. I got a spike right there, a square nail, flat piece of iron, a small little piece of wire, a washer, another nut or a bolt there, another duplex nail, and a buckle that I found with my simplex. It's a heavy machine, so you can't swing it fast like the Deus or the Equinox. Right? False. False on that nail right off the get-go. And all these targets will give you a high tone when they're in the ground, right? For some reason, when you pull iron out of the ground, it gives you an iron tone. With all this stuff, most machines will give you high tones for it, right? I'll definitely be digging it out, and I want to dig that out, right? That's an awesome buckle. Duplex nail. A lot of machines struggle on these duplex nails, man. It hits on that double head there, right? Washer, ain't gonna hit it. That flat piece of iron, man. Most machines struggle on that those flat piece of iron. Even the Deus, right? I dig up a lot of that flat iron with the Deus. Because if you're digging this kind of stuff out, you're near a relic dump, or you're in a lot of iron trash. And this stuff, you're gonna be digging out, right? With any machine, right? Except for the Deus. The Deus might skip a couple of those nails and those little bits of iron. But I want to be digging pretty much most of that stuff out, except for the small little nails there. And the Deus seems to do that. Seems to reject it. And I can swing fast. I have to swing really slow. I can swing fast with the Deus, but I cannot swing fast with the MX Sport, right? Something right there. I don't know what it is, but it's very difficult to pinpoint it with this big coil here. The bigger coil that you have and you're in mineralized soil, the more you're going to struggle, right? It's just part of metal detecting, right? If you have a big coil on and you have hot soil, you're going to struggle pinpointing targets, and you're going to get a lot of falsing on the soil, right? And you have to swing a lot slower. In my soil here, I figured out that Deus works really good for swinging fast. So does the Equinox. The Equinox works really good for swinging fast, but not nearly as fast as Deus, right? See, it's giving me a mid-tone there. I think that's a dime down there, maybe a silver dime. 77, see that? 76, 77. Have to swing really slow. And with this machine, it's so heavy, you have to swing slow. If you swing like this for a couple hours, your arm will fall off your shoulder, right? See how it's just struggling on this target right here? It's right in front of this rose bush right here, see? Have to swing really slow. And that's notorious for White's machines, to give you a one-way target. You go beep, 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 beep. You know, they're just slow processors in the MX Sport. Equinox. Start out in park 1. Recovery speed is at 5. Start out in park 1 here. Recovery speed 5. Iron bias 0, F2. It's not pulsing on the nail. But I want to be digging that out, right? I'll dig that out with any machine. I'll trim my iron on, right? I don't get any iron tones on it, right? A little bit of falsing on that nail, but like I said, when these targets are in the ground, they give you falses, right? That's a big problem right there, right? That's a big problem. When that gets deeper, that sounds really, really good, man. I just tend to dig a lot of that stuff out with the Equinox because the iron range is not there, right? I dig a lot of this flat iron out with any machine, right? It's gonna trick any machine. But see, it just gives you one solid bump. The iron range of the Equinox really doesn't have a lot of iron range, right? And you want to hear the iron. Like I've said before in my videos, the iron tones are more important than your mids or your highs. So you can tell if there's going to be if it's just iron, or if it's a higher conductive target, or if it's iron right next to a higher conductive target, a non-ferrous target, right? And I'll show you what happens when you go over this stuff. Part 1, falsing, right? Get those high tones, those high chirps, right? You investigate those high chirps, right? So you have to swing kind of slow, right? You get those high chirps. It's really hard to pinpoint. And if I try to pinpoint in my hot soil here, it's just going to pinpoint all my soil because it's so hot, right? See, it's not even pinpointing that target right there, right? Come over here to cleaner ground. See? Right? Just falsing on a nail, right? That's a good target right there. Just give me some high tones there. See? Look at struggling on that target right there, right? I can even I can raise my recovery speed here up to 8, right? That's a killer target. But I would have spent a lot of time investigating a lot of nails in that area, and maybe even digging some of them up, because if you swing really shallow with really short with the Equinox, you know, like all of them say, give the wobble, you're going to get those high tones on those nails a lot, right? Even with the Deus, you will get high tones if you swing like this on over a nail. If it's a deep nail, you'll get those high tones, but you can rotate on it and it just goes away, right? With the Equinox, it falls just a little bit more, right? And Park 2 here. Way too fast recover speed here. 5. Park 2 likes that right there. Likes that coin. But you're falsing. See, you're falsing on all of the nails. See how it's bumping? It's giving you that broken tone. And I'll even go to 5 tone, or I'll go to 50 tone, right? See how it's bumping and it's going down to 0, -7, right? It's not giving you a clean tone on that target right there. I can't swing fast. It actually sounds better when I'm swinging faster, but you have one chance. You have one chance. When you swing over target as fast as I do, you have one chance to swing over that target and hear it. Have it pop out at you. Turn the Deus on. I'm just going to save a couple more minutes. You have one chance, you know, to swing as fast as I do, and you're just swinging fast like in an open park or something. You have one chance to hear that tone, and if it gives you like a bumpy tone, it's going to be harder to hear that tone, right? I want it to be a crisp tone right when I swing over it fast, because when you're swinging over a bunch of trash really slow, these machines will pretty much do the same thing, basically the same thing. But out in the open fields and when you're in the trash, the Deus just slaughters these machines. You can swing so much faster, and the other machines just can't do it. Oh, Jim's trying to call me again. This is the third time during my videos that he's tried to call me. I'll just call me back in a minute, okay? Bye. I've rejected his last 3 calls that he's given me. He's trying to interrupt me. Then on my last video too, there was a FedEx truck, really loud. Stock hot program, 14 kilohertz. Right, iron. It gives me a lot of tones for that. The iron range of the Deus is amazing because I'm getting probably 40 different tones for that right there, right? Because the iron range, right? I'm minus 6.4 discrimination. I'm getting a little bit of falsing on that right there, see? But as I rotate it, I only have to rotate it on just a little teeny bit, and that goes away. And I can tell that that's iron. Even though it's giving me a high tone, I can tell that that's iron because it's giving me a really strong iron tone around it, right? Is I can have my iron tone on while I'm swinging the Deus, and it won't affect my other tones, right? When I'm around iron, it gives me that strong iron tone. It like blends it all together. With the Equinox, it gives you a bumping action, and then it raises your other non-ferrous target up way high, and you don't know where the iron is at, you don't know where that non-ferrous target is at, so it makes it really hard to pinpoint that target. And I usually don't have my iron on the Equinox because of that reason, because it gives me really jumpy tones, right? Here's this buckle right there. Oh yeah, that's a lovely tone. I would be digging that target out with any machine. All machines will hit that. I dug that target out about 12 inches with the Simplex last year or so. It was in one of my videos. It took me a while to get that out of the ground too. It was deep, deep, deep. See? See? Just iron, right? It's not falsing like the Equinox and the Sport was, right? There's that iron. All this stuff will sound different when it's in the ground, right? It'll give you some high tones, right? Especially this flat iron right here. Now watch what happens when I raise my frequency up here to 74 kilohertz, right? I'll get high tones on this stuff, right? But I can still hear the iron coming out big time, right? That's how I know when I'm over a bottle cap, is I get those really strong clicking, right? See? Go back down to 14 kilohertz. 31, 14. See how it's gonna be 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, right? Now swing fast, and I'm just at stock program 3 recovery speed, right? Swing over all this iron, right? Not falsing on any of it. I'm not getting a strong tone. I might be getting a strong signal there. See, I can pinpoint that target. With the other machines, they weren't even hitting this target. Barely, the Equinox is barely hitting on this target, right? And I can pinpoint this one, right? And this is a stock program, right? It's hitting that coin big time. I'm getting a solid tone on there. I'm also getting the iron tones around that target. As I'm swinging, you can hear those iron tones, but it's not affecting that tone that non-ferrous is giving me right there, right? I'm still getting that same tone on that target down there. Right? That target doesn't change. That target tone doesn't change for that target right there. Now I'll go up to 74 kilohertz, right? It's a washer or something right there. That's iron right there, right? That's iron. It could be a penny right next to some iron right there. I'll swing. See? I'm swinging really fast. I'm in 74 kilohertz. It's not going to go nearly as deep, but I'll go down to 14 kilohertz. This is a stock program, and I'll raise my recovery speed, reactivity speed up to 5, all the way up. Watch. I'm still getting that tone. It's still coming out really crisp and clear. And when I swing this fast over iron, you know, you're gonna miss a lot of stuff, right, with any machine. But it's just the quality of that tone, right? When I'm swinging fast to a power cut, if you've watched my videos, I swing pretty fast. And those targets just seem to just pop right out. And then once I start rotating on that target, I get an even better tone, right? With the Equinox, if I swing that fast, I'm gonna get a really bumpy tone, and I might even skip that target up. You know, with the Equinox, it has a lot smaller coil on it. But I believe that the Equinox will hit on deeper stuff with that 6-inch coil than this 5x9 Deus coil. I think so. I think they're about comparable. But I just dig up so much more iron with these other machines than the Deus. You know, if you're spending a lot of time digging up nails, man, I had years of that bullshit. I had years of digging up just piles and piles and piles and piles and bags and buckets of nails, right? I got tired of that stuff, man. And with the Deus, you know, it does have a lot of some issues, you know, like the batteries. You know, you got to really be aware of what your batteries are doing, because you have 3 different batteries that you have to charge up, and it's not waterproof, and the buttons are hard to push on it. But I just don't dig up nails, right? I don't spend that time digging up nails, and I'm digging up more quality targets. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.